Good morning, everybody. My name is Bart Winkler. It's the Bart Winkler Show. Brewers lose. And I am here for just a couple of minutes with him, Shay, as we're starting this around 8 o'clock Monday night. And him is going to bed. Back on the schedule. Him, Shay, how you doing?
I'm good, Bart. This is 2 days in a row on the show, so pretty impressive.
Well, you got to make up for when you were gone for like all of the summer.
I know. I apologize.
Yeah, you were missed. We missed you. And the Brewers missed their chance to win tonight, Tim.
Yeah, what the hell? Corbin Burns giving up a home run? What the hell?
Yeah, well, I mean, that'll happen at some point. Brewers lose 4-2, but also the Cubs won today, and the Cubs fans are pretty jacked because they got a great performance out of Justin Steele, who we last saw him shut our ass down.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 12 Ks today, went 8 innings, 2 hits. So the Cubs have shrunk the deficit to 2.5. And this is a week where we've got the Bears. And so it's going to be a very annoying Wisconsin-Chicago week. So we're already dealing with that. I wish we didn't also have to deal with this.
Yeah, I'm really dreading that later this weekend. You know, by Sunday, listen to this. How awful would this be? By Sunday, the Cubs could take over first place and the Bears beat the Packers.
Why are you saying that?
I'm just saying, it could happen.
You didn't just hear that ESPN music, did you?
No, why?
Oh, because I'm in a draft on ESPN right now with like Big Ron and Badger Bloodies. And so I'm doing a draft while I'm doing this. I'm in 11 leagues. And what I've realized is I hate drafting.
Mm-hmm.
I like managing the team every week, but I'm just tired of these drafts.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. God, I was in one draft Sunday night. I'm in this league with a bunch of people that suck, and I never do good in it. I drafted Jordan Love way too fucking high.
What are you doing?
Well, I mean, in Casey, it's a 2-quarterback league, and Casey does good.
Okay.
I'll feel pretty decent, but I'm in way too many leagues. Then I do other DraftKings, and I do whatever. So I know you want to get to bed. Any other thoughts on the Brewers? Any other thoughts on?
They got to turn this around. Maybe it's annoying that they lost to Pittsburgh. And you have your best 3 pitchers going these 3 games. I mean, I was expecting a sweep, so obviously they're not going to get that. Get the next 2, you get a day off, and then you're in New York for the Yankees. So they gotta win these games. These are the games they have to win because the Cubs, they're not losing. They are not losing right now. So,
hey, pick for me. I have the 8 pick.
All right.
I can go Devontae, Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Stephon Diggs.
Stephon.
I don't have Devontae in any leagues.
Then pick them. Do you have faith in Jimmy G?
No.
Getting the ball to Devontae.
And the Raiders suck.
I'd go Diggs.
I could just take Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
That's probably way too high. You like Diggs, huh?
Yeah.
God, where's Devontae going in drafts?
Around where you are.
Because I haven't picked
7, 8, 9
him once.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9.
No, that's too high for Devontae.
Where
I'm
are
gonna
you?
take I'm at the 8 pick.
Okay.
Kelsey went at number 2. Q.
Yeah, that's a very good pick.
Q, get in here and talk to me tonight.
Oh my God.
I'm downstairs, buddy.
Well, that was fun Brewer talk tonight, everybody. Enjoy the show.
All right, I took Bijan.
You're gonna get a lot of this.
Come downstairs. I'll give you a hug.
And a lot of that. Can I have a hug too?
Tim, can you just talk about something for a minute?
What do you want me to talk about?
Talk
Can you
about-
invite someone in here? Nice ass crack. Wow.
Did you see it?
Stop. Can you at least invite someone in here? I really don't want to talk to myself. God, Bart. Hurry it up. He's going to come back and there'll be radio silence. I should just leave.
Did you stop talking?
For like 1 second. I was looking at something. I didn't even talk. No.
Did you hear anything?
No. Not that
I'm sorry. He wanted one more hug. He wanted one more hug.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
What was I supposed to do?
Well, give him a hug.
All right. I'm going to need someone to jump in here. I'm going to go watch Monday Night Raw. Because otherwise I'm just going to rehash all the shit I did about Deion today. If you want to go, you can go.
Cone texted me. Cone, why don't you come and join the show? Get your bag on, throw the bag on, get in here.
Yeah, it's Labor Day. It's going to be a slow YouTube.
Everyone's still out in their boats.
Yeah, everyone's bringing their boats in.
3 water rescues today, by the way.
See what happened in Madison?
One up by you.
Really?
Yeah. Atwater?
What?
One
Are they okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the one up by you, she's fine. There was one, I think 3 people and a dog. I'm like, what?
Did you see Madison?
No, what happened in Madison?
A pier collapsed.
Oh, dear Lord.
There were like 100 people standing on it.
Oh, my God.
At the terrace or whatever.
Oh.
I guess everyone's okay. I hope so.
Okay, yeah, that's not fun.
No, it's messed up.
One last thing. Tomorrow's going to be probably one of the hotter days of the year, so probably the second hottest day of the year. We all know what the first hottest day of the year was.
Oh yeah, that was the tailgate.
Yes, it was.
That was the tailgate.
So, all right. Well, hopefully someone comes and joins you soon, Bart. And yes, yeah. I said we, as in the Brewers, Matt. We are the Brewers. The Brewers are us. So,
how did you? Oh, Matt's here. How did Tim do hosting my show for a minute?
Terrible.
Very poorly.
Thank you.
So should I edit it out in post?
Probably.
I mean, it was just complete silence.
I'm not talking to myself. Oh, don't.
Why?
You weren't talking. You weren't really talking at all, as far as I can recall.
Yeah, don't make Bart laugh. He'll cough.
Haven't you learned anything from being with me, Tim? That how to just talk to yourself for a minute?
Nope. Can't do
all
it.
Right. Well, you can go to bed.
All right, how's COVID-23?
I'm out. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night, Tim. Hey, Tim.
What's up? What'd you ask me? Because he's got to work at 3 in the, he's got to work at 3 in the morning.
How's COVID-23?
Oh, I think I was actually struggling a bit today. If I have it, I'm not sure. But I did do the morning show for CBS, came home, took a 30-minute nap, felt like shit all day, took another 30-minute nap, and now looked like shit at night.
Okay, well, got to bring home the big bucks.
Yeah. Where are you? What are you doing?
I am, that tunnel. I'm in a tunnel on the expressway, I-41 by the airport.
Okay. Oh, yep. Great tunnel.
Yep. One of the best.
You know what I saw? Matt, I was driving home yesterday from work, and these 2 guys these 2 motorcyclists cut off a car, and the car almost went into the partition, and then it was I thought I was gonna see I was going to see something fucked up. And then they turn around, not with real guns, but with finger guns and point. And we're like clicking and like yelling, bang, bang.
At the car?
Yeah.
That's truly terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, I would be furious if I was this man. Because some of
You
these
should've just run him over.
motorcycles, they think they can go in between cars. They think a 4-lane road's an 8-lane road.
Traffic coming up. Oh, I'll just, go through cars. I like to pull in my dreams. I like to pull into the middle of the lane and cut them off, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, Florida State LSU last night. Wow, Florida State looked great. We got a couple of Heisman candidates. Keon Coleman was incredible. You got to have that lights out lightning strike threat on the outside if you're gonna win the championship or at least get close. We got a QB, we got the defense, we got ferocious defense. My God, and we just embarrassed LSU. So I think Florida State is one to watch. Unfortunately, they're not in the Big Ten yet, so we can't discuss them as a Wisconsin rival. Not yet, anyways. But, maybe someday. Badgers arch rival, the Seminoles. But, yeah, Brewers, couldn't get it done today. But, bites of the apple. When you're taking bites of the apple, you got to take bites of the apple. There's layers to the apple. It's like an onion that's an apple. You see what I'm saying?
I get it. I get you loud and clear.
Each year is one apple, but then each game is a smaller bite of that,
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. You get me. I'm absolutely dying for the Packers.
5 more days.
I think we're gonna win.
Yeah, we're gonna have some great previews on this show all week. Don't you worry.
I think Justin Fields is gonna throw 2 picks. I think Jordan Love is gonna throw 3 touchdowns. And I think we're gonna have fun. I think it's gonna be like I don't know, 27 to they'll be somewhere in the teens with some dumb score. We might miss an extra point or something, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good about this team. Not like Super Bowl good, but it's going to be a fun season. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about them. Congratulations to you for making it through the summer on the podcast and getting back to Packers season where we can have more content. It's easier to do a show. So congratulations.
Yep, I got 14 people watching right now.
That was the same as when I started, so we're going strong. We got 14 faithful folks.
I'm gonna get the cone though. I'm gonna get the cone roller.
Oh, does that mean I have to get off?
Yeah.
Is he holding up a sign that says "Kick Matt off" or something, or?
I'm
good. I mean, that's all I got to say. So I'm perfectly fine getting off, but I just want to peer into his psyche a little more.
Well, Cone, you got anything you want to say to Matt or no? Motor cone roller.
More to Cone. Matt good win today for the Seminoles.
It was a good win. Did you watch it?
I didn't. Watch the highlights this morning though.
Oh wow. It was a thrashing. So watch out. Watch out for my nose.
Is Brian Kelly on the hot seat at LSU?
He's always on the hot seat. He's not going to take him anywhere. So, yeah, he's already, 0-1 to start the season again.
Hey, but they could run the table and get right back in the playoff. We could see a Florida State LSU rematch.
I mean, we could. Never say never. It's college football, but it's more likely to see Georgia FSU.
Yeah.
And that's not very likely. I'm not saying FSU is going to be in the championship game, but they looked really good last night.
All right, I'm going to boot you, though.
That's fine. That's fine. I got driving to do.
Yep. I just want you to be safe is why.
Yeah, of course. All right. Have a good night. See you later, Cone.
Bye, Matt. Safe travels.
Roll them up.
I know Matt did. I hope you've also signed up for my Splash Sports Survivor pool. Splashsports.com/Winkler. $20. NFL Survivor. Get in, Cone.
That's awesome.
Use whatever alias you want to do to get in this pool.
All right. Maybe I'll go Roy in River West or something.
Yeah, I heard he called in today.
Yeah. Credit to those guys for doing a live show on Memorial Day, or Labor Day. Credit to you for doing a live show on Labor Day. 2, actually.
Yeah. Wow. So this is I guess kind of a Brewer show, but not really. They lost. Who cares? I'll get into. I want to talk about Deion in a second, but what were your thoughts on the Badgers? Because I think when they punted, it was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, definitely some flashes of Paul Christ still lingering around Madison. But I don't know if we could have really had any expectations going into game 1. I mean, obviously for the whole team and the whole season, the expectations are pretty high. But for this first game, I mean, Buffalo was solid. They weren't anything special. Just thought they started slow. That's kind of what Fickle was saying, and Longo as well. And then they got it going. You saw them feeding Braylon Allen more in the second half. So kind of like that 1-2 punch of Malusi and Allen, though. That's like what the Packers want to do with AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, but Dillon sucks.
Out.
Jesus. COVID-23. Hey, I'm just gonna bring in the whole crew. Tony in Texas, hot take, Jake.
Bart, you okay, buddy?
Yeah, Bart.
No, I've had this cough for a month.
I'm CPR certified, but I'm not over there to help you.
Well, I'd love to get those lips on my face.
Hey,
Mouth.
I gotta say, I have chubbed up this weekend. This college football's got me going, boys. I am ready. I am ready for the Packers, like Matt from the Fall stated. When they showed that Fox ad with the Packers versus the Bears, I got so pumped, man. I'm ready.
Please don't use chubbed up again.
Why chubbed up? That's a.
I don't need that visual.
For the show, one of the shirts are gonna say I'm so chubbed up. No,
Also,
groined up. My phrase is groined up.
Now, isn't Jake the same guy that literally had sex 2 minutes before he got on air before?
That's when he's in the red room.
Yeah, the red room is the tech room.
Very Aaron Rodgers-like response by Jake there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to – I just want to say, Bart, stop talking shit about AJ Dillon. He's a good player, and he's always been a good player. You were just one of those guys that was really mad because you watched so many mock drafts that said he was this round pick, but all those guys were wrong. So you got to quit that.
Oh, as we're talking here, I forgot that I'm doing a draft. So now I've taken Tony Pollard.
Auto draft.
Good pick.
I just don't want to do another draft.
Well, I'm curious why I agree with you, Bart, but I'm curious why Jake thinks AJ Dillon was a good draft pick.
No, if he's trying to say that any of my AJ Dillon stuff is because of 2020, that's far and gone. AJ Dillon can't get a first down when they need him to. AJ Dillon, they feed this guy. They've fed this guy more than Aaron Jones. Is AJ Dillon our RB1? That's what it seems like.
I just hate they run him out of shotgun. I mean, I think
also, Bart, if you look at Jones' career, it started with McCarthy. They want to try to extend this guy as long as they can. And he can only take so much punishment, 15 carries a game, maybe.
Hey, Matt's back.
No, what I wanted to say, though.
Hold on, Matt.
You can't bring in Tony and Jake and boot me.
You're right. I felt bad about that when that happened.
That's okay. I did want to say everyone should do the pool. It's going to be great. Give me your money. Back to Bart.
Hey, Matt, before you drop, you got on my radar once.
Whoa. I'm not dropping. Tony.
anyway, since we got you online, because I hadn't talked to you in a while, you and I kind of went at it when the Packers I was at the game. The Packers beat the Cowboys, and you pissed me off because you wanted the Packers to lose. And that seems like that's been a long time ago. So anyway, Matt, keep up the good work, bud. I'm glad you did well at the tailgate party, and I'm enjoying your feedback and your takes on this show.
Good. You're picking up the dryness. You're picking it up. Takes a while. Anyway, who else do we have down
Can
there?
I just say about AJ Dillon one more thing? That was that pick, and then the DeGuara pick. It drives me nuts. Like, and Horvat is like the guy for this. That like he looks at a lot of mock drafts, so he thinks he's a draft expert, and he'll be like, they could have got him in the 6th round. Well, clearly not, because they picked him in the 3rd round or the 2nd round. All it takes is one GM. Unless you're clairvoyant and you know what every GM is thinking, that's just a dumb thing, a dumb take to have. Like, you don't know.
Jake, we got 3 years of NFL tape on these guys. AJ Dillon is at best a backup running back, and DeGuara is a 3rd-string tight end. So I don't know where you're going with that one.
AJ Dillon is a good player, and like there's plenty of metrics that back that up.
He's a contributor.
That's what happens in the draft. You draft guys to contribute to your team. How many times do guys get picked in the 2nd round and don't do shit? Get picked in the 3rd round and don't do shit.
But I think Bart mentioned this before. Like, there'll be 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. How many times does this guy get stopped? I swear Eddie Lacy was a better
AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon's the Willie Adamas of the Packers.
I would love. That's a good comparison. Like, I would love to see the percentage on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. Does he even make it 50% of the time?
Well, like, and how many times in that situation?
I'm willing for AJ. Like, they want him, they got him. Go ahead. Let's see what he is. But if he's the same thing that he's been, they need to move on from him after this year.
Yeah.
Please do recall that when we drafted AJ Dillon, we had Jamal Williams too.
Right. And that was the cheaper option.
There was absolutely no need whatsoever for that pick, and we could have just kept the guy we had because he's really good.
Yeah.
He's picked somewhere else. So.
And who was gone the next year?
Jamal Williams.
You guys got to remember, the draft is not for, I need this guy right now, this year. Brian Gutekunst is a good GM, and that's what good GMs do, is that they plan for the future. They're always 2-3 steps ahead. So you don't draft guys to contribute in year one. If that's what you're banking on, you're probably going to be fired sooner rather than later. And to answer Tony's point about 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, number one, they rarely would actually run the ball on that. It was usually a stupid Aaron Rodgers, changing the play, throwing a bomb for no reason. But even when they did, it would be like out of a shotgun. It would be like a pitch out rather than going I formation, lining up, straight down the gut. So I'm not going to put that on him.
Jake, you're making some points, which I want to talk about this year. Will Jordan Love be under center more instead of that fucking shotgun on 4th and 1 and 3rd and 1? Because that drives me nuts.
I hope so. Like, watching the preseason, I wanted to cry that first game when I was seeing like check downs and slants and like first reads, and it was beautiful. It was like watching football and not some idiot run around with it like a chicken with his head cut off.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. LaFleur is either going to show his ass or he's going to get a contract extension this year, and I can't wait, man. It's going to be an awesome season. Unless there's a major injury, there's no reason why they can't win the North. Really, and that's all you can ask for.
Ben saying it.
Corbin Burns goes 6 innings, gives up 7 hits.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm so sick of it. Cone, this started in preseason, right, Cone? Get this guy. Is he a mental midget, Cone? What's going on with this guy, Burns?
I said at the start of the year that if that arbitration crap affects him this year, it's his own fault. And I don't know if that's actually what's bothering him, but yeah, he's a little inconsistent. I mean, right now, honestly, you're going against the Braves or the Dodgers in the playoffs. Are you more confident in Wade Miley?
Wade Miley will give you 6 innings. He might give up a run or two, but he's not getting shelled.
Well, this guy that they went up against tonight sucks. And we couldn't get any runs off him.
That's
Okay, good point, Bart. But when Corbin Burns is on the hill, I expect him to give up 1 run or less against the Pirates.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you got to go 7 innings, 1 run, maybe 2. And
the Pirates aren't. I mean, they have guys. They're not the. But you should be beating them.
You should be. They have nothing to play for.
I do want to mention, guys. I got to mention happyplacehemp.com. Hope you took part of the promo over the weekend. Rest of the season, you guys get everything at 25% off every single time you want to use the code. It's available for you. Gummies, THC, CBD, CBDN, which helped me fall asleep before I had to wake up to do the DA show on Monday. Brag. Happyplacehemp.com. Promo code is Bart. 25% off each and every order. Hey. I do want to bring up something quick. I spent a lot of my show today bitching about people that were bitching about Deion. I think what Colorado did was great. And then Deion Sanders in the post game is like, hey, you doubted me. And then all these writers turned it into, are we supposed to cheer on the teams we cover? And it got to be where one reporter got attacked. And then so what happens is when one reporter like gets his scrape on his arm on a table, all reporters come and try to rescue the guy and try to like be the sanctity of media. Somewhere along the line, sports reporters forgot that they're covering games and they thought that they're covering like historical records. And we're all like, oh, sports reporters, you can't cheer for your teams. Yet in politics, we know every reporter what team they're on. But in sports, you can't root for your team. So I just thought that this was another example of the media trying to be stupid. Instead, we should be talking about Shadur Sanders and Travis Hunter and Edwards' kid that scored 4 touchdowns. Colorado's the real deal.
It seems like a lot for one win to me. Like they're crowning this team, and I don't understand it. Like the celebration, the interviews afterwards, it was like a championship.
This was the college runner-up, 20-point dogs, complete new transfer program. And now Deion, if they lose to Nebraska, then they're going to look dumb. But that's on Deion. Sometimes it's okay when, like, if I have a good show, I'll be this dumb guy. If I have a good show, I can be like, yeah, I did it. I had a good show. That was a good show. You guys doubted me. I had a good show. And then you'd be like, have another good show. Well, can I celebrate a little bit of the success I've had?
They didn't celebrate a little bit, Bart. Like that was very much like, you all doubted me. Look what we did. It's like, dude, to me, that just amplified Deion's loser mentality is that you do this after one game. Like that's a loser mentality. It should be, okay, boom, on to the next.
Come on.
They won.
Jake,
they won a game. A game.
Yes, Matt. Oh, Matt, what happened? Yes, Matt.
You've been muting me and unmuting me for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, that was an accident.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to say, Jake, stop it. Stop. Deion Sanders' loser mentality. Deion Sanders is one of the greatest athletes that America has seen in recent history. And
Deion Sanders has never he's always lived up to the hype. He played in a football game and a playoff baseball game the same day. He unretired after a 4-year hiatus to get 5 interceptions as a 37-year-old on the Baltimore Ravens.
All of that. Yeah, Deion Sanders is anything but a loser. He is a winner.
Separate the player from the coach.
No, he is a winner and always has been, and just watch out because he will rally those kids like you have never seen.
I'm scared of Colorado. Ooh.
I'm not saying they're going to win the championship, but they're not going to.
They already did, didn't you see? They won it all, baby. I thought Deion was going to cry.
He very well could have.
Why? I thought you were like a rise up kind of guy. Why are you belittling this accomplishment?
Because it's not an accomplishment. It's a win. It's a week 1 win.
on the road against the top 20 team, 20-point dogs.
And they only won one game last year.
Cool. On to the next.
What about when Appalachian State beat Michigan? They're just supposed to be like, oh, we had fun. Let's get on the bus and go home.
That's a way different situation, and you know that.
Not really.
So you're comparing Colorado's football program to Appalachian State. Do you think that's equal footing?
No, I think Colorado's fucking good as shit, and you won't give them their credit because you're mad at Deion for something.
And Michigan was like an actual juggernaut, versus TCU, they're a good team. Like,
they were in the title game last year.
And what are they now? So it's the exact same team as last year, right? They didn't lose anybody. That's the same team. It's a fucking week 1 win. Calm down.
Do you need? What do you need before Deion can be like this? Do you need 5 wins? Do you need him to win the Pac-12?
A conference championship.
Pac-12s?
A conference championship. Something tangible. Like, it's not the fact that they celebrated the win. It's that they celebrated the win as if they won a championship. Like, I literally thought Deion was going to cry.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Oh my God, that's the only story you've heard in sports in the last few days. Is this amazing thing?
Every other game was dog shit, and this was the most compelling shit ever.
So in any sports, if it's the best game of that week, let's make this the number one story. It's championship material. It's haha, we showed you. Like, I don't know. To me, once he loses a big game, that's going to be a big test for me to see how he handles that. Because Deion, tremendous player, probably one of the top 10 defensive players to ever play football. I don't see the personality for a coach. I think it'll work for a couple years. I don't think that's a long-term fit there.
Well,
and also, I should have taken the Winkler banner to AEW last night. I didn't realize how good our seats were. We were pretty much on camera all night, and that was a mistake. So I apologize. I wish I would have taken it.
Give me 30 seconds on Punk, please.
I think nobody will ever know the true story. I think that it's probably close to 50-50 on him. 50, some of it's on Tony, some of it's on the Young Bucks, the Elite, and all those guys. But I do feel
losers.
Yeah, that's loser mentality. I think there was a little bit of a sabotage going on there, though, when you see all the events that kind of led up to this.
Who's got the bass kicking?
Matt.
You got the bass kicking?
What?
Someone's got the bass kicking.
There's no bass here. I'm at home. It's relatively
And
quiet.
I do hope that CM Punk goes for one last run in WWE. How could they not, put a microphone in that guy's hand and let him go?
No, I think he needs to be done. Professional Reset, Hot Take Jake's here, Tony in Texas, Matt in the Falls. Cone, I don't know where Cone went. I wanted to ask Cone about Deion, but then he disappeared.
Well, as soon as Matt came in, he left again. He was like, fuck this.
Hey,
There's a feud going on here.
Back to Deion. I want to comment on Deion because he was one of my favorite players, as an NFL player. And
Hey, the earmuffs there.
he was coming into the league, was always flamboyant. And he made plays. He talked a lot of shit. And Deion jumped from team to team, right? He was on the Falcons, went to the Niners, won a Super Bowl, went to the Cowboys, and he'd play for the Braves. He did all this stuff. He was innovative. He was cocky back then, Jake. Why would you think he wouldn't be cocky now? I don't understand. Why?
It's not that I think he wouldn't be. It's that I think that's not going to work. In the history of professional sports, how many guys had that personality that had success at the top level?
I don't think Deion's looking to be like the next Bo Schembechler or whatever, to be there forever, like Barry Alvarez. He's not looking to do that. I think he just wants to coach his kids and do it for
Oh shit! Tony just disappeared.
That's good. He wasn't making sense, anyways.
What are you doing?
What is he doing? He should be in bed an hour ago.
We got a young human on the screen.
Yep.
Wow.
You should, yeah.
Matt. How many kids you got? Don't you guys both have 6
2
kids? Oh, you have 2?
I got 3. I'm a double girl dad.
The other one.
Oh, and Matt's a girl dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, you loser.
I'm just a boy dad. I'm not a real dad. Fucking sucks. I'm a loser.
I did have a great moment with my daughter when I was leaving for the AEW show yesterday. My 8-year-old says, I like wrestling. I want to see wrestling. So I was like, we can do that. We can go to a wrestling show. And I said, who's your favorite wrestler? And I figured she'd say, like, one of the females, Becky Lynch or something. And she says, I like the guy with the orange mustache and the orange hair because he's a great wrestler and he does the right thing and he stands up against bullies. And I'm like, she's talking about Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. I was like, this is such a proud dad moment.
Oh, I thought she meant Sheamus.
God, I hope not. Then I'd have to probably disown her. That ain't going to work.
So she likes Sami Zayn?
She likes Sami Zayn.
I turned on wrestling and he was not into it.
No, not yet.
The kid wasn't into it.
Give him some time.
He likes, we're in a good phase. He's 4, so we like to fight.
Yeah.
I like to fight a little 4-year-old.
Yeah,
Tony,
give him a little bit of
you got
time. He'll
out
get into
there?
it.
How many kids you got out there you don't know about?
I've dodged some bullets, had some plan Bs, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Jesus.
And yeah.
Can you
So-
still get them in Texas?
Yeah, we still have that barely.
Not for long.
Yeah.
Good. So Deion is hot. We did the AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones discussion. Brewers didn't get a lot of play. What else you got?
Well, here's the thing, Jake. I don't know if you're just doing this for shtick. I usually agree with your basketball stuff. I don't know if you just don't watch any other sports or this is shtick. Because I could not be so off from you on these takes. Nothing personally, but I just don't see where you're going with
Jake's
this.
having a bad night. Jake's having a bad night.
I guess just anti-Deion rhetoric.
This is a pro Deion. This is a Colorado show.
I love Deion. I have a Deion Falcons jersey still. So I don't
see.
I
think you're romanticizing Deion the player into Deion the coach and Deion the personality. I guess I don't like people that are assholes either. So like, he's just not my cup of tea.
Maybe it's because I was a kid at the time. The whole MC Hammer, too legit to quit stuff. It was just fun, and you just kind of stick with the guy, and you like it. I don't know. That's just how I was growing up. I like that player, and I still like the player, even when he went to the Cowboys.
I also love that they try to make like this heartwarming story about like the athletic director was like, I didn't even have the money to sign you, but I knew I would get it. And then they raised $28 million from like GoFundMe from the fans or something. And I'm like, this is so pathetic. Like, this is, with all the problems in the world, we're raising $28 million from fans to get some asshat a job that he doesn't need.
Hey, people can do with their money what they want.
It makes
that's true, but it's just a good measuring stick for society right now on what matters.
Let's say if somebody was like, oh, I'll throw Bart a $2 super chat. Feel free.
See, you earn that, Bart, and you need that shit.
I don't have a job.
Bart was talking pickleball today.
I was talking pickleball.
That was a good fucking take, man. That pickleball, what the hell?
Oh, so the guy that I was talking to, Pat Boyle, he's covering the U.S. Open. He's a big tennis guy. And I said, "What's your deal with pickleball?" And he goes, he basically said like, he was more aggressive than I thought he'd be. He's like, "You only play it if you're fat." Like he didn't even like sugarcoat it. He's like, it's for fat people that can't play tennis. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're 35 or under, you play tennis. But if you're 45 or over, you play pickleball.
I don't mind if people play pickleball. I don't mind if that's like a way to pass the time and feel active. But there's a pickleball pro league is never going to work. Pickleball on TV. You see like Tom Brady investing into pickleball. It's like, what do you?
I don't even know what it is.
Jake's got
it's like slow, heavy tennis.
I don't get it.
Okay, so like wiffle ball versus baseball,
softball.
Yeah.
God, fucking dying. Yeah, Tony, thanks for catching the show today.
Yeah, I listened in, man. I mean, you woke up early. You sent the tweets out. I saw that one early in the morning.
Yeah, I got up.
Tony, are you gonna come to the Bucks tailgate, Tony?
We're not doing that.
Don't worry, it'll happen.
We'll get a Packer tailgate going.
How about we get a GoFundMe for so we can get a box at one of these events?
Fuck. Well, I don't want to hear the radio station in my ear all night. That's just not going to work for me.
Oh yeah, that was bullshit, Packers. Stupid.
That was
Kevin
like the
says
best first
pickleball-
world problems thing.
Kevin says pickleball is destroying old people's Achilles.
I don't know, Kevin. I would think just the benefit, the risk benefit of getting them moving was probably more so than risking of the injury.
I got to get back into shape, but the sport I like playing is racquetball.
Oh, yeah.
I was never a racquetball guy.
I had a nice
Jake-
racquetball phase in my TV lacrosse days. Where we would
This is
play.
like very 80s of you, Bart.
Racquetball's the real deal, man.
No, I know. I used to work for the Southridge Athletic Club, and they had all these racquetball courts, and these old dudes would come in, and at least once a day, there would be like a fist fight over racquetball. Like you would hear it just echoing throughout the gym, people throwing F-bombs at each other, coming at each other with their little rackets. So yeah, that's hardcore stuff in the streets.
Yeah, well, and then there's not that many courts, so you got to reserve them and fight for them. And I'd have to set my alarm at 5:30 and be like, "Can I get a court at 8:00 tonight?"
Hey, I got a question. I know you guys are both anti-Rodgers. Has he been at the U.S. Open? Do we know? Have we seen him?
He was. He was at the
He
U.S.
was.
Open.
He
Oh,
was.
you didn't see his Instagram story?
No, I didn't see that.
He took a Djokovic, but then he said instead of Novak, it said Novax Djokovic. And then he was in front of a Moderna sign and he crossed out Moderna.
Is this true?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Hey, who's his owner now? Just wondering.
Woody Johnson of the Johnson.
Yeah, okay,
Johnson
yeah, just
family.
No, also I do want to address, I'm not anti-Rodgers, I'm just a realist. I live in the real world, so.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, Jake, was the Rodgers era a success?
We're not doing that.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Yes or no? Okay.
yes.
Bart's like, I need that for another show.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
this week.
Hey, I'll be at the Rodgers Cowboys Jets game in 2 weeks. Boots on the ground for that one. If you want to get a show going that day, which will be Packer game. So
Yeah, I don't think they do play at the same time. I think week 2 right away.
yeah, I think
No,
it's
week 3.
is it week 2? No, week 2.
They
Pack-
play the Patriots. And we play. Yeah, because that's going to be weird. Yeah, week 3, they play the Patriots at noon. We play the Saints.
The Jets collapse is going to be Shakespearean, and I just can't wait for it. It's going to be amazing.
Well, O-line, right? Their O-line's terrible.
And I just think that that's such a big change. Rodgers having trust issues with guys that he's played with for years and years, new team, new system, all new guys. I think he could become a prisoner in his own head.
Jake, better year this year, Jordan Love or Aaron Rodgers? And I'm not joking. Who has it?
Rodgers
Jordan Love. Jordan Love.
He'll have like 37 touchdowns, dude.
Jordan Love.
I'm leaning towards Love, Bart. I don't know why, man. I don't know if I'm a prisoner in the moment of this preseason.
I don't think the numbers will be as gaudy. The wins and losses will be better than the Jets. And I think that he's just going to be an efficient guy that runs the system.
I think the thing about Love that I really like is that on third down and he needs to scramble, he's going to get the first down possibly. The last couple of years, Aaron could not really get out of that pocket.
Yeah, and
Did you guys watch the preseason game where it was bad, but then he had a great throw? And I think that's what it's going to be a lot of. It's going to be a lot of, if you show the highlights at night, you'll be like, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers is an MVP again. But if you watch the games, it'll be, he missed that guy. He missed that guy. I mean, the thing that I remember the most about last year was how often he would try to throw to a guy in the flat and completely whiff on him. I mean, he lost that portion. Is that the thumb? I can't think that's all the thumb.
No. And you make a good point because, Brady and Rodgers, that was the whole comparison the last 10 years. And Brady obviously passed some way up. But now Rodgers is in that part of his career that Brady was the last 5 years. Can Rodgers match what Brady did? I don't think he can. I don't think he has the mental capacity to come to terms with his own ego to know that, okay, I'm not that guy anymore. I can't make these throws. I can't make these plays. Let's change it up a little bit.
I think in his mind, until the day he stops playing, he's the best quarterback in the world. And maybe that's a good mentality to have, but we've seen the results. To me, the Tennessee game last year was just like the moment where I was just like, it's done. Like he can't do the cold weather. Like it just, again, like Bart said, routine throws that, you probably make with your eyes closed, and it's just like they weren't getting there.
Jake, Rodgers obviously wants to have his own coach, pick his own coach. He's got Hackett now. He's got Saleh. These guys are basically just, I don't know, ambassadors to Aaron. They don't really coach him. I don't understand.
Yeah, they're more partners than anything.
But how, because as a player, as a human, like Aaron's all about the human mind. How are you developing and becoming a better player with these coaches? How are they challenging you to become a better football player? I don't get it. I don't know how that's happening.
No, I think when I talk about the Shakespearean collapse of the Jets this year, like the fans have no idea what's about to happen to them. And what did Bart call it? I want off this ride. Like the Aaron Rodgers experience right now, everything's looking great. Just wait.
Well, he's a time suck too. It's like every day he's somewhere and you have to pay attention, and we're still talking about him for some fucking reason I don't understand.
Well,
Tony brought it up.
Yeah, Tony.
Well, I'm going to the Jets game. So the Jets and Cowboys game in 2 weeks.
Boots on the ground. It's good to have boots on the ground.
I find that interesting because, one, he's never lost there at AT&T Stadium. He's undefeated. So will he keep that going? I find that interesting. And then the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys are a Super Bowl contender. So I think that's going to be a hell of a game. So I'm kind of excited about that game. That's why I brought it up.
First time I ever root for Dallas.
Well, boys, I'm going to wrap up the show for the eve.
All right, Bart. Good talking, Jake. Good talking, Bart.
We'll have a Packers Bears preview this week. We'll have Horvat in his picks this week.
If
Hell yeah, Illinois native.
Jake, if Jordan Love turns out to be a Pro Bowl level quarterback, we have got to give Horvat a lot of shit, because I've never heard of a player getting bashed as bad as Jordan Love got bashed.
Well, he's doing the backtrack thing now, just in case.
No, Jordan Love has a good week one. Can he go to the podium and say, I saw what you all wrote about me?
Yes, but he won't.
But then that would be then Jake wouldn't like that, because that's what Deion did.
Because Jordan Love is a leader. He's not going to do that.
Well, it's not
right. You are
not the Packer way.
Oh, sure. All right, gentlemen. Thank you. What?
Before I go back to Deion.
No.
All of that, you said this. Was that about the team, or was that about Deion?
Deion is doing a good job of having the attention on Deion to take pressure off the team. What a great coach.
Absolutely.
He's a leader of men. These guys, he got Travis Hunter to decommit from FSU.
That's huge.
Travis Hunter played 121 snaps in 100-degree heat. And after one game, they've got 3 Heisman candidates.
I owe you something if Deion's still the coach at Colorado in 3 years. I'll owe you something.
I'm not taking that bet.
Where do you think he's going?
Oh, he'll go to Missouri. He'll go to
whoever's got the most money.
Hey, Cone's back. Cone, where'd you go?
Sorry, my phone died.
Oh my goodness.
I know, rookie move.
Well, good. I wanted to talk to you about Deion.
Yeah. What about him?
Jake.
I'll hang up and listen.
I had really no problem with what he said. Like, whatever. It's Deion Sanders. I mean, like, did we expect anything less?
They didn't even call him Deion during the game. Joe Clack kept saying Coach Prime. Like, it's Deion Sanders. What do they want him to do? Well, I think we had a very nice game. All respect to TCU. No further questions. I just want to focus on my next week. It's Deion fucking Sanders. Let's go.
That's why he's there. He's there to make a statement, make an impact, and that's what he's doing.
These kids are there because he's Deion Sanders. And him being Deion Sanders may have ruffled some writers' feathers, but guess how many kids saw that and said, I have got to fucking play for this guy. I have to do it. I would.
Hey, maybe Leroy can get Deion on the pod.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe. Leroy was bad. He was at the Florida State game I saw.
He was on Drew and KB the other day.
Oh, good. Great. Good. Good job. What else you got, Cohen? I was going to wrap it up, but you came back.
Yeah, sorry. Aaron Rodgers, kind of agreed with actually Hot Take Jake for once on Rodgers slander. He's a hater, but the Tennessee game was a good statement that, yeah, he's kind of done. He's done with the pack. I agreed with that.
Yeah. And
I like his no back stuff, though. That was kind of funny.
Well, I mean, but it's like you're telling. Why are you telling these jokes? It's 3 years later.
Yeah, but he doesn't let the bit die. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I suppose. I may have the Sean O'Connell here. I don't know.
Sean,
I'd extend the show a little for Sean.
why not? You're tired as hell, Bart. I can tell. You got.
I'm fucking tired. Yeah, we're at Sean.
Yes.
Where are you?
You're Sean. Tony, did you have a good Labor Day
Is that
weekend?
better?
Yes.
I don't need your video. Just I want to hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, what were you guys just talking about? Jesus fuck.
I have a concern I need to raise about the Packers.
All right.
I think their receiving core is they have no depth, and Romeo Doubs is already going into the season with a hamstring injury. And these are both him and Watson are guys that have not been able to stay healthy in their rookie years. So I think there's a little level of concern there. I'd say about a 7 out of 10.
Don't you think Goody's doing a disservice by not trading for both Jonathan Taylor and Mike Evans?
Oh, I would love Mike Evans on the team.
I mean, if you can get these guys at a discount, that's the same way that Oregon and Washington showed up in the Big Ten. Big Ten didn't need them, but they were on sale, so they got them.
Yep.
Look at Mike Evans. And we were talking about a lot of stuff, Sean. We're talking about Deion Sanders. We barely have talked Brewers. They lost. That's why. We were talking AJ Dillon versus Aaron Jones, and then we're talking about Aaron Rodgers. So any of those or whatever else you want to talk about, Sean?
Yeah, if you're the type of guy that fact checks country music songs or feels the need to point out the fact that Jimmy Buffett worked 80 hours a week and and wasn't a loaf and his songs were not indicative of his work mentality. I don't know what to say about what you might feel about Deion Sanders. The guy is entertaining. He delivers. He puts his money where his mouth is. And a journalist got his feelings hurt. Are you fucking kidding me?
I love it, Sean, because in today's college sports in general, with the transfer portal and all that, there's really not time for like a team to build up where you love all the guys. It's kind of now all about the coach and the presence they bring. So what Deion's doing, I think, is amazing. He's not going to have any issues filling out that team with 4 and 5 stars moving forward.
Yeah. See, the problem you're having, Cohen, this is before your time. I know Sean and Bart probably remembers when he played on the Braves. He was known for he threw the water or the Gatorade over Tim McCarver's head. Remember that in the locker room?
Yes.
Because Tim McCarver was giving him shit. Deion would go into the batter's box and make a dollar sign, just put dollar signs on his batting gloves and stuff. He did all this stuff that's kind of flamboyant, but he was entertaining, like Sean said. I mean, when you're like 15, 16 years old, when I was watching this, I thought that was cool. And now I still like the guy. So, I mean, whatever Deion did, his brand works, and it's translating now into coaching, which I think is awesome.
And he can barely walk. Like he might have to lose his leg, and nobody feels bad for him.
Exactly. And he's helping young men fulfill their dreams.
Yeah.
And I think that, and he's helping his son. He gets to play with or coach his son. How cool is that?
Yeah, they were ripping on him like, oh, his son can't play. Kid throws for 500 yards.
Yes. Bart, what if your son was that Shedeur Sanders? Could you imagine a young little Winkler?
I don't even know how I would react. I don't even know.
Even if it was like Division III or Whitewater or something, that'd be still pretty cool.
If my kid like ever scores a bucket in a JV basketball game, I'll like die of joy. I'm so unathletic.
Well, hopefully he hits the 6 foot mark.
That ain't happening.
Speaking of people on the podcast with their athleticism, shout out to Claire Shea, committed to Marquette today.
Claire Shea. Yeah, Claire Shea committed to Marquette. Tim's niece.
Hey, Cohen, get Tim a Badger hat for the sideline, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Nothing drives me nuts than the guy with the Packers shirt and the Badger hat. What's next? The guy who has the 3 logo hat or whatever the hell that thing is.
Worst logo ever.
The bumper sticker with all the logos together.
Hate it.
What about Shea's gonna have to be a Marquette fan now?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But
you know what? Right? Great point. Great point.
What's he gonna do? If my niece played at Marquette, you got to be a Marquette fan.
Maybe you're both. You're kind of like Tony. You just cheer for whoever's better.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Hey, who should I take? Jerry Jeudy, Marquise Brown, Michael Pittman, or Jordan Addison?
Jordan Addison.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him.
Is this
my draft sucks? I got Lamar Jackson. No, that's all that
Kevin
matters.
You got Lamar. I got Lamar too. Hell yeah.
Is who Kevin Payne?
Yeah, is he going to be coming on for fantasy advice at all?
I don't believe so.
Hey, Steph Everett for the MLB playoff run, please.
Ooh.
No, I got a lot of Marvel to talk about with Seth.
Nobody cares.
I got to figure out because I think Moon Knight is in 2024 and not 2025. And I think Thor's in 2024 too. The Disney Plus timeline is all fucked up. I'm going to write an article on how to watch Marvel.
Maybe Barrett Sports will publish it.
Yeah, maybe they'll tell me to fuck off like usual.
Yeah, how did Robbie get ahead of Bart in the rankings, in that Barrett rankings? Remember that shit?
Yeah, that was crap. And where is Rami?
Where is Robbie?
Where is Rami?
He was supposed to come to the tailgate.
Oh, that sounds like Rami.
And then he texts me. He goes, "Just walk my dog, man. It's too hot."
Dog's at the vet.
All right. Well, I have a ticket for you. I have a parking pass for you. I have free meat for you and free drinks for you. What more do I need to do to get you out here?
Cubs. If they're playing the Cubs, he would have been there.
You got 45 people here, most who know and adore you.
You should have given him like a 10-minute set.
Well,
I don't hate Rami. Actually, I think Rami's pretty talented. If you want to be real, I think he is talented.
Yeah, I could have given Rami. He just had to stand up in Matt's truck and do a set. We had room. We had space.
He could have did the Jesus bit that he stole from you, Bart. Maybe he figured that part out.
Which one was that?
Don't you remember? That was
I think Horvat. He stole it from Horvat.
No, it was during Bart's afternoon call to the Rami show, and Bart made an offhanded joke about Jesus, and then Rami had another quip to it, and then said something like, "Oh, I'm going to try to work this into my act," and Bart got bent out of shape immediately. Bart got bent out of shape. So I just don't know if he did, in fact, flesh it out for his stand-up show.
Maybe I'll spin that WSSP's not around anymore. Maybe I'll spin that we've actually been on a year-long strike. You gonna get people to buy into that?
SAG strike.
Yeah.
I could see the radio station coming back, actually.
It's like my only prayer for me to be back on local. So I would encourage. I would support that.
Yeah. What's Adam Marola doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Get Radio Joe off the car lot.
Pickle Lane.
I think Joe's a car lot guy for life.
Yeah.
Sports.
Dalton Schultz or Dalton Kincaid? I need a Dalton.
Kincaid. Get all the rookies.
What about Sam Laporta? I think I'll wait on tight end. People are drafting kickers and D already in this league. What are you doing?
Are you really in like 11 leagues or whatever?
I'm in 11.
Jesus.
3 are dynasty. 1 is like a salary cap league you do every week. one's a guillotine, and then 6 are new drafts.
Cone, who's the guy that's coked up? The Greek guy that Bart would have in? What's his name?
Costos?
Costos.
Oh yeah,
Nick Costos.
He just talked fast.
he just likes betting on baseball.
Yeah. All right, I am going to go now. I'm going to go to bed.
Bart, way to be a trooper. Long
So,
day.
when can we hear? Where can we hear you next?
Nationally?
Just in general, what's the pod schedule this week? Any CBS?
Oh, shit. Sean's now with video, Sean.
You can be at-
On the Dan Schani YouTube stream.
All right.
Yes.
Just as I'm wrapping up, though. So I'm doing Saturdays now for CBS.
Ooh, a little college football.
And there's a couple weeks where I'm done at 4, and then I have to get to the Steve by 5:30. So I got to get from Hales Corners to downtown Madison.
You're gonna have some game day traffic in there
Howard.
too.
Oh,
I don't
for
know
the
how you're going to do
Badgers?
it.
Yeah, once you get into once you exit 94, you never know.
Wait, are they at home this week?
No, they're
Oh,
No.
they're at
not.
Washington State.
They're at Washington State.
And then the 30th, I think they have a bye. Okay. Okay. I'm going to be okay. Didn't even think about that. Jesus.
Oof, there you go.
Pod this week. I don't know. We'll talk some Bears. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow. I don't know.
Hey, bring Ryan in to talk Bears.
Matt Spiegel coming on.
Oh, I could talk to Spiegs. I'll get one of those dudes.
Yeah, great guys over at the Score, 670 The Score. On
An
that.
Odyssey station. Yeah, so that's it for me. I'm gonna Midwest goodbye this for the 9th time and actually leave.
What did we think about Dave Portnoy's pizza review?
You gonna fight with someone?
Yeah.
What happened?
The owner of the pizza restaurant came out and said, like, you know, I don't like what you do for small businesses, coming out and eating one slice of pizza and then making a rating based on that. And then they just started kind of having a screaming match. It's entertaining. I'd go check it out.
What, does he ever get bad reviews?
Everything. The guy said. Yeah.
Yeah, he gave him, I think, a bad score. I don't really know. This is the first one I've seen in a while. So
He gave Zafiro's a good review.
Yes.
was that the one that had the holiday party?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
In Milwaukee?
Yeah, someplace like was closed for a holiday party, and he still insisted on them giving him pizza.
Oh no, that wasn't Milwaukee. That was a big fight.
Yeah, a local weatherman was chiming in on it as well.
Yeah, my friends.
I deleted the app.
The Apple app?
No, I'm joking. Jesus Christ, I
Oh.
love that thing. Are you kidding me? That was facetious, Bart. I'm sorry. I realize you're probably tired.
Now, Bart, what's the difference between your stance on the Apple app and Rodgers' stance on vaccines?
Look, I don't want to be. They're completely different.
You're doing your own research.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I don't want to be forced to do something just because the liberal media is telling me I have to do it their way.
There you go.
I'm doing I have my research. And if their numbers say one thing, I just go by I can only go by how I feel.
Hey, you were right about Elon. This X just sucks.
So I was thinking this today because he's got SpaceX and Tesla X, and he clearly wants to fuck the letter X. Why doesn't he just call it Twitter X? If you want to change it to X, just call it Twitter X. Why's it got to be X? So stupid.
And it just doesn't seem the same anymore.
Can I leave now?
Yes.
So you getting the check mark?
I am thinking about it.
Do it.
I probably won't.
All right.
I'll pay for first month if you get it.
Well, then let's talk.
All right. Deal.
Thanks, guys. New
right,
show
bye.
tomorrow as always. Love you all.
Love you guys. See ya.
See ya. Another episode is come and gone. We'll be back on Wednesday.